The battlefield reeked of ash and ionized plasma. Corporal Sienna Drake moved carefully through the wreckage, her boots crunching over fused sand and shattered armor. Smoke drifted low across the ground, turning the world into a gray haze broken only by the flicker of dying fires. She stepped over the body of a fallen Circus trooper, its striped fur dulled by soot, its claws curled in permanent tension. Recon Squad 7 advanced behind her, 6 Galarians in chitin-plated armor. That clicked softly with each step. Their compound eyes scanned the horizon, their plasma rifles tracked every shadow. Sector clear. Commander of Krell growled as mandibles twitching. Proceed to extraction. Then it came a thin, broken sound that didn't belong in the stillness. A whine. Sienna raised a hand. Wait, did you hear that? The Galarians froze, heads tilting in faint irritation. The sound came again, faint but unmistakable. They found it behind a collapsed bunker. A Cirrus cub, no older than 5. Standard years. Its gray-striped fur was clotted with violet blood. One leg bent at an unnatural angle. Golden eyes far too large for its small face stared up at them in naked terror. Its half-formed claws scraped weakly against the scorched earth. As it tried to crawl backward, Commander of Krell raised his plasma rifle. Step back, Corporal. Sienna didn't move. Sir, you heard me. It is a Cirrus. Protocol is clear. He's a child. He is the enemy. Krell's voice carried the chill of certainty. In 10 years, those claws will tear through our soldiers. Those teeth will rip throats. I have seen what adult Cirruses do. This is mercy. Sienna stepped between the commander and the cub. Her heart pounded so hard she felt it in her throat. But her rifle remained lowered. I won't let you do this. Behind her, the cub whimpered. The Galarians shifted, weapons lifting in unison. You are disobeying a direct order, human, Krell said. I am preventing a war crime. Her voice trembled, but she did not step aside. We do not kill children. That is not who we are. The moment we start, we become exactly what we claim to fight. A hiss rippled through Krell's mandibles. You know nothing of war. The Cirruses have taken 4 systems. Billions are dead. And you would spare this future killer out of sentiment. He is a wounded child, Sienna said. Alone, afraid. If we execute him, we are the murderers. Is that what the Galactic Union stands for? For a long moment, nothing moved but drifting ash. Krell studied her, calculating. Then, with visible disgust, he lowered his weapon. You are insane, he said quietly. Take it, but when it grows and kills thousands, its blood will be on your hands. He turned sharply. Squad, move out. Let the human dig her own grave. They left her alone with the child. Sienna knelt slowly, hands open. In broken Cirrus phrases, drilled into soldiers during cultural briefings, she spoke gently. Safe, no hurt. I promise. The cub's breathing was fast and ragged, but when she reached toward it, it did not strike. She lifted him carefully. He was trembling, frighteningly light. The journey back to Talon Base was silent. No one looked at her for 3 days. Sienna kept the cub in her quarters. She treated his wounds with scavenged medkits, cleaned dried blood from striped fur, and fashioned a splint for the broken leg. The child never spoke. He watched her constantly with those enormous golden eyes, accepting rations with precise, careful movements. Cirrus physiology was fascinating. Up close, the layered fur, the retractable claws, the faint bioluminescent markings that glowed softly along his temples when he was agitated. A species engineered by evolution for war. And yet, at night, he curled small and fragile on her bunk. Other soldiers avoided her. The humans are unstable, she heard whispered. In the corridor. Can't trust them. On the 4th day, security arrived. 6 Galarians burst through her door. Weapons raised. By order of High Command, the lead officer announced. You are under arrest for violation of military protocol. The detainee will be taken for questioning. The cub flattened against the wall, hissing, claws extended. Sienna stepped between them again. He is not a detainee. He is under protection. Step aside. Corporal. Her hand hovered near her sidearm. Then the sirens began. Red lights flooded the corridor. Red alert. The base AI intoned. All personnel to battle stations. Through the viewport. The sky darkened not with clouds, but with ships. Hundreds of Cirrus warships filled orbit. Their hulls etched with ritual war markings and luminous patterns of blood red and gold. The base commander's voice crackled over comms. All units assumed defensive positions. The Cirrus fleet is requesting negotiations. The word sounded. Alien, they want a ceasefire. The voice continued. They are offering an exchange. 10,000 prisoners for the body. Sienna's blood ran cold. She looked at the cub. He looked back with sudden understanding. They're here for him, she whispered. Orders came swiftly. Deliver the Cirrus child to the command bridge. Chaos reigned on the bridge. Officers barked coordinates and shield calibrations. On the main screen hovered a massive Cirrus dreadnought. Weapons charged but idle. Commander Torvas turned as Sienna entered carrying the cub. They claim he is the son of their supreme warlord. Torvas murmured. They came to retrieve his body, to honor his death. The calm channel hissed. A deep, controlled voice filled the bridge heavy with restrained grief. I am Warlord Krozik, supreme leader of the Cirrus Dominion. You possess the body of my son. Return him, and we will release 10,000 of your people. We will withdraw from your system. We ask only the honor of taking our child home among the stars. Silence followed. Sienna stepped forward. Tell him his son is alive. Torvas hesitated but opened the channel. Supreme Warlord, he said carefully, your son lives. A thunderous snarl reverberated through the speakers. Lies. We saw the battlefield. No child could have survived. Sienna moved closer to the mic. He was wounded, she said steadily. But he is safe. He has been cared for. Silence. Stretched out, the cub shifted in her arms. Then he spoke in his own language, soft but steady. A few simple words. She did not understand them, but the reaction was immediate. Across orbit, Cirrus ships powered down their weapons. Krozik's voice returned changed. I wish to see this human. Now, the airlock chamber stood empty except for Sienna and the child. A Cirrus transport descended with a hiss of hydraulics. Warlord Krozik emerged. He was enormous, over 2 meters tall. Gray fur streaked with scars and ceremonial markings. Burned into his skin. His claws could have ended her in a single motion. His golden eyes identical to his son's fixed on the child. The cub leapt from her arms. Krozik caught him, holding him close with a tenderness that felt impossible for a creature forged in war. He examined the splint, the careful bandaging, the clean wounds. Then he looked at Sienna. You did this, he said quietly. Yes. Why? We are your enemies. We have slaughtered your kind. Sienna met his gaze. Because he is a child. Children should not die for wars they did not start. The warlord studied her for a long time. Then, slowly, he knelt. He pressed his forehead to the metal deck, a gesture of the highest honor in Cirrus culture. For 43 years, he said, we have fought. 43 years of blood. We believed you were monsters, that you would kill even our young. That mercy was weakness. He rose, his son secure in his arms. One human has shown me we were wrong. He turned to leave, then paused. Sienna Drake, he said, pronouncing her name with reverence. You will be recorded in our chronicles. The human who saved the child of the stars. 3 months later, General Sienna Drake stood on the bridge of the horizon. Outside the viewport, Cirrus and Union ships patrolled the border together. The war was over. 10,000 prisoners had returned home. For contested systems had entered peaceful negotiation. Trade corridors reopened. All because one soldier had seen a child, not an enemy. She touched the metal on her chest, the Star of Unity, the Galactic Union's highest honor. In her mind, she saw golden eyes that no longer held fear. Humanity's strength, she thought, was not firepower, not fleets. It was the choice to remain human. And sometimes, that was enough to change the stars.